Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Keiki Alexander Bailey. Everyone calls me the Panda Photographer. I'm an independent journalist, documentarian. I'm a professional photographer, and I am a consultant. So if you need travel advice, where to stay, anywhere around the world, I do have recommendations, as I am mind you, a known, well-respected traveler. So with that said, everyone, since I've been back in New York, it's been off and on. Some things have been good, some things have been bad, right? But, ladies and gentlemen, I want to take the time out to show you that all this time, and mind you, some of you folks have been saying I've been ranting and complaining and making excuses about finding food and really? So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not wealthy anymore. I'm not a wealthy person. I don't have access to a bank account or a trust fund, like some people in the world. But ladies and gentlemen, just want to show you that President Donald Dickhead Trump is going to be cutting food bank services. But this is why, ladies and gentlemen, One Love Community is not a food bank. It's a group of people that literally cook meals on a daily basis, or try to cook or get together on a daily basis, because you should see the gathering. It's not one person. There's like 30, 40 people trying to make one plate for one person. And mind you, these are volunteers, people that support the organization in general. So, ladies and gentlemen, as someone that's also facing that kind of hunger in New York City, keep this in mind. I've been talking about this problem for a long time, about food shortage. Why that people like myself or other people out here can't afford to eat every day. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to just read this New York Times article. I'm highlighting the highlight. So keep this in mind. Also, I want to share that I'm also looking for food. It's a hustle, right? Now, mind you, everybody wants free food. Don't deny it. Wait. Before you make judgment. You don't want free food. You don't line up for free bagels. Like, for instance, Utopia Bagel that opened in Long Island City. You telling me none of you folks that are not mind you, not homeless, didn't line up for a free bagel? Just for one free bagel. You didn't get whipped cream on it. You got a hot, fresh bagel. You lined up for that hot, fresh bagel. You telling me that you never lined up or tried to find free food? Well, same shit with men, women, and children that's facing homelessness. But ladies and gentlemen, I just checked this community center right here. There's no power, mind you. This establishment is out of business. It seems like they just removed everything. I don't know what's going on. But like I said, everyone is facing some type of disappointment from their government, right? But the United States of America has shown that it is out of control. And mind you, I voted in these primary elections, and I did not vote for this psycho-socialist dickhead Zolan. Mind you, keep that in mind. This guy is tripping, bro. You guys don't understand. If you're not a native New Yorker, you're not understanding what you need and what your city needs, your neighbors need. You're not understanding. You're looking for only for yourselves. So, ladies and gentlemen, we out here, and I just want to share a few things. As someone that's a YouTuber, I guess you want to call me that. I don't know. I'm a documentarian. I should stop calling myself a YouTuber because, honestly, I'm not a YouTuber because I don't make money over YouTube, right? I don't make money, right? You keep either slaughtering my videos. Mind you, ladies and gentlemen, yesterday's live stream claimed that I had 4,789 people watching. I'm just like, really? but I only received 9 thumbs up out of 4,789 people. I don't know. That impression doesn't sound correct. And it isn't correct because it's just a lie. This is why, ladies and gentlemen, if you're someone in the real world that actually understands the struggles about finding food and being houseless, this is the chance to be. Everything's transparent here. It is 5 o'clock in the fucking morning, and we out here. And you up watching this, it's even, guys, you just like me. You know how to get up on time, like every normal human being, and go grind. Whoever's watching this right now, you should give yourself a round of applause, because it takes a lot to wake up this early to watch someone and hear their message about awareness. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy. So we gotta make sure we don't watch our backs. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to I don't want to have to rough anyone up today. I don't feel like it. Okay. It hasn't been the most, I say, ladrous of 2 days, I say. Mind you, I was baking in the sun yesterday. Woo! Walking to community refrigerator. Oh, wee. Talking about fried chicken. Walking. But, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't get that jar, I just called myself fried chicken. It's like, literally, I was crisp yesterday. But mind you, I had that brown golden glow. You were like, yeah, you look like a piece of chicken. That's why maybe that black girl. So, ladies and gentlemen, I had an incident that happened at Murray's Park in Long Island City. And I met a young lady like a year and a half ago, right? I'm not going to say her name, all right? But she is an African-American woman, okay? And you guys know Panda doesn't do African-American women, or do you, Panda? I'm like, I haven't came across one that can actually satisfy me. No. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I was sitting in the park, you know, it's on my Instagram, you know, just sitting there watching some Dragon Ball Z, you know, trying to hang out. And basically, here it is. Here's the point of the story. Not only she wanted me to buy her fucking dinner, ladies and gentlemen, excuse my French, buy her dinner, she wanted to hang out with me, thinking that I had money. Mind you, I don't have any money. I'm broke as you. But she think I had money because when she met me a year and a half ago, right, that was a time when I got a, mind you, this is a time where we were doing off-studio jobs, right? And yeah, the paper was coming through. We were supporting a little bit ourselves, even helping other homeless men get some food. So yeah, you know, trying to give back, you know, as much as I can. That's as much as people have gave me, right? Even now, if you look at this channel, we still do it. But hold on, let me reshape this. So, ladies and gentlemen, but the end of the story of this is basically, I think she was inviting me for like a PD sex off. I don't know, man. I don't do that. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen and ladies. Listen, I know some of you men are like, dude, you just passed up some free pussy? Excuse me, my language. But like, yes, I did. Why? I don't know this girl like that. And 1, 2, not my type. Not my type. Here's the reason why she's not my type. She said, I asked her one simple thing, ladies and gentlemen. And I said, why are you asking me to buy you dinner? I said, you sound like a grifter. And she was like, what's a grifter? And I was like, wait, you don't know what a grifter is? Then I think I'm done here. There's not fake news. This literally happened because everyone is asking me, even the people. Oh, wait, who is this? Fake news? Oh, my Panda, get out of here. Stephen M. saying fake news to the New York Times article. It's not fake. Donald Trump is cutting funding, everybody. So get prepared to see a very different lifestyle. But the story of my situation was, ladies and gentlemen, that the young lady wanted me to buy dinner and she didn't know what the fucking word grifter was. And that's when you know you have to, like, I'm not talking to you ever again. So I just blocked her on Instagram. I looked at her on Instagram. I was like, I haven't even talked to you. The last time I haven't even sent you a message yet on Instagram. I'm just going to block you. So yeah, I just blocked her. And it's called it a day. But back to these food hungry stories. So, not only this article is pointing out the cut in the funds, but the dangers of eating from these food pantries. See, I've been a victim of food poisoning from some food pantries. Not all. That's because there's no dietary personnel on staff. Each organization, 501c3, needs a dietitian. I'm sorry, but that is mandatory in most states. A 501c3, if you're distributing food and someone has a food allergy, first of all, who's the dietitian? Okay? Because you can't go to someone, a normal person, and explain what your symptoms and your allergies are, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, so if I go to you and you volunteering, and I ask you, oh no, vegan, but you give me a salad with cheese and egg in it, do you understand the concept of vegan? Some people still don't. Some people literally still give you mayonnaise. Some people literally still give you egg. Like, okay, that's cool. No, it's not. This is why this needs to be a dietitian. This is where people step in and people are requesting. This is where One Love comes in and other organizations that are doing something similar to One Love. So keep that in mind. Jai was I'm always hungry. What are you talking about? I'm always hungry. You know how many calories I burned yesterday? Mind you, so Jay, can I call you Jai? Because Jai. So, Jai, on an average, I average about, what is it, guys? 24,000 steps, maybe 27 on average. 27, right? So how many miles is that per day? How many calories is that? That's a lot of fucking calories. So of course I'm always hungry. Because you know what? I'm burning up those calories. So, but back to the narrative. This article from the New York Times that is addressing food hunger and why there's going to be a food shortage. Why Donald Trump is going to be cutting. This is where, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a community refrigerator near you, please support that community refrigerator. Look up the website, the definition of why they want to serve. It's not a mission. It's a community. That means you can take the time off work or time off work, which, mind you, most of these women in this organization are fucking teachers, by the way. And mind you, this is where I have to say, like, these are very respected women in this organization, One Love. So, like, keep that in mind. Like, they're not just doing this for fame. They're doing this because they know what is actually taking place. In Seattle, New York, Chicago, DC, the hunger is getting there. And mind you, it's going to be a fight this summer for that food. So if you see someone that's actually asking for food, it's probably the reason why they're asking the reason for food, money for food. But here's my suggestion when it comes to that, okay? My suggestion is never give someone in my opinion, I'm sorry I'm going to say this, but in some situations, I have gave money to a houseless person recently. You guys know who Justin is, right? And what he did was a totally violation. And mind you, his friends did it too. I give them money to go get something to eat. They spend it on drugs and alcohol. So when that happened, I stopped giving them. I just asked them, do you want something to eat? I go get it. Because they violated my rule. My number one rule was no drugs and alcohol. So ladies and gentlemen, everyone is always hungry. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's the point that now you have to take upon yourself and ask yourself, like, what can you do to fix this problem? All you have to do is volunteer. Don't just volunteer for a 501c3. Don't volunteer for a food pantry that doesn't open 7 days a fucking week, that only opens 2 days a week. That's just bullcrap, in my opinion. Food pantries for everyone should be open from 9 to 3 every day, Monday through Friday. Saturdays from 10 to 3. Sunday, same thing. But no, in New York City, they are only open when they feel like they want to open. And mind you, they don't even update their websites on Google. And Google doesn't force any of these 501c establishments to update their current information about their business operations. And that's why people go to these places and say, no, they close, or it's not there, or they don't distribute food, they change their dates. This is why there's very inconsistencies with food banks, because food banks don't even know if they're going to get funded or stay open. So they just don't, I guess, keep up to date with this information that they have to provide to the community. This is so important. Making people waste $2.90 to come to your non-profit and you're closed and you're not distributing food, it's just a waste of my time. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to mention also, like I said, back to what I was saying before about the safety concerns for eating also from community refrigerators. Like I said, not just food pantries, but community refrigerators. I got sick plenty of times, like, mind you. Right now, I'm at the Green Point, right? And this community refrigerator not once got me sick, but it got me sick a few times. So we were stopped ourselves from coming here because we found another community refrigerator. Mind you, New York City had a bunch of community refrigerators, but I guess this is what happened. New York City's Board of Health started cracking down on these community refrigerators and all these, and mind you, some of these community refrigerator organizations were not even serving. They were just pocketing donation money. So, and that's why we don't have them, a lot of them anymore, because some of them were just cons, frauds, like lying straight up in your face. I'm in Brooklyn, and it's raining right now on me. Oh, my panda. But like I said, everyone, the survival of 2025 this summer is going to get really, really difficult for a lot of people, especially the summer. And summer just began. Well, it began for New Yorkers. It began like a month ago, and we just had an astounding fucking heat wave, hitting 100 degrees. And mind you, it was hitting 100, but with the humidity, it felt like 110. Ugh. It was just terrible. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a very bad and very hard life for some people this summer. I know it's going to have some effect on me, because it already is. I'm feeling it in my lungs right now as an asthmatic. I'm having difficulties breathing, and now I'm pumping my pump 3 times a fucking like a day sometimes. Mind you, I only used to pump it like once every other day. Now I'm like crazy, like it's like, I need it. No, and when I really don't, I know I should know how to control, but what we're breathing in New York City is not very healthy. Going into the subway is even worse. Do you see all the particle levels in the subway that you're breathing in? And mind you, in the subway is just miserable. Miserable. You're waiting on a platform 12 minutes in 98-degree subway platform, ladies and gentlemen. 98 degrees Fahrenheit. Is it raining again? Oh my God, it's raining again. So I tried to avoid the subway, but yesterday I had to take it. And mind you, I wore a mind you, I wore a certified N95 mask because, and everyone's looking at, some people were wearing some, but most people look at me like, what this nigga wearing a mask for? Bro, I have an asthmatic issue. I don't care what anyone says. You can laugh at me, you can make jokes at me, you can call me like psycho, you can say, yo, listen, do you care about your health? Do you want to breathe in such dangerous freaking particles in your lungs in the subway? Guys, this is why people just forget about themselves. They think about what people want them to see. The fake image, what you're not supposed to be. You don't give people what they should see about you. Be real. Take care of yourself. I'm trying to do that. And this is why I know, like, when I go in the subway, when I have to go in the subway, oh my God, it's like miserable. It's so hot down there. Oh my, it's like, yo, listen, you don't even have to pay to go to a bathhouse anymore. If you want to go to the bathhouse, go to the subway. You want to go, yeah. If you want to go to a sauna, go to the subway. Okay. You want to relax and get a steam bath, go to the subway. $2.90. That's all you need. You don't need to pay a $55 charge or a $100 fee or membership fee. $2.90. Subway. This summer, go down there. Everything that you need. Seriously. But yeah, people don't need the food to take advantage of all the programs and ruin it for other people. Yeah, let's talk about that for a second. Because I want to talk to those that, mind you, did you see what's New York City and mind you, New York City's local NYPD, federal agents, they're cracking down on EBT fraud. They're going to every single fucking bodega in New York City. And they taking all those skimmers right off, and mind you, you're getting closed down. You're being shut down. You're going to federal prison. When you sign up for EBT? Oh, by the way, EBT is fucked this shit this year for us Americans. You know why? Trump is cutting funding. Trump is cutting funding. So don't expect to be like, I'm going to get EBT. Nope. Because guess what? Like I just said, if you haven't been paying attention, federal law enforcement and local agencies and local police in each city, each state are cracking down on EBT fraud hard. Each bodega is being hit hard. Because they know, mind that's the only bodegas, or mind you, all the halal bodegas too in New York City. Yeah. Because most of those transactions happen in those types of establishments. I'm going to be real with you. As a documentarian and as an independent journalist, people do commit crimes in their business, but you got to keep your mouth shut. You see it, but you just don't say anything. I see it all the time. I'm just like, man, if I was an undercover, you just did that in front of me, I'd be like, yo, bro. I pull out my badge and be like, he'd be like, oh shit. I'm like, yeah, you did that right in front of me, bro. Like, I shut you down right there. See, I see it all the time, but I can't do anything. But like I said, everyone, people taking advantage of, and this is why Donald Trump is also doing this. He knows that people are committing crimes and committing fraud with the food program. So why not cut it? Make us suffer for it. See? So, but like I said, so when we were working 3 months ago, before the internet decided to berate me and berate my job and make bomb threats and make SWAT threats and got me terminated, this is why, ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to get food, use the app Good to Go. Yes, you spend money on the app, but you're not spending the full price for what everyone is. So let me explain what Good to Go is. So Good to Go is an app, and I feature this app on my phone. Imagine someone paying $25 for the dish that you desire. But on Good to Go, that restaurant has no food waste, which is sponsored by Second Harvest, right? They would discount the food. Let's say it's a worth for $25 worth. You pay what, $7, $8 for it. Yeah, all that food you pay $7, $8 for it. So the business doesn't have to throw the food waste away or have to pay to remove the food waste as trash. Or the fact that it can save them money as well. But like I said, they have to qualify for these programs. And Second Harvest is this is why they have this backup plan. This is why I want to talk about this. Because the Good to Go is Second Harvest backup plan. When food distributor or grants don't come in, this is where Second Harvest makes their money. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's a unique program. I use it all the time. I saved over like $4,000 in the last like 2.5 years. 2.5 years using it. It's been very successful. Mind you, for me, it's been successful saving money. But there's been times where, I'm going to be honest, where I went to an establishment and they cheat me out of what was supposed to be expected. And then when I take pictures and get updates of videos of it takes Good to Go's customer service way too long to try to resolve the issue. So, ladies and gentlemen, on my account, there's been a problem that occurred for more than like over 21 days. It took them over 21 days just to refund me back and just look at the video and the photo, which they had in their possession the whole entire time. So you can upload the video or photos right there on the spot of what you've received. And it just fits. And mind you, this is not Second Harvest. This is Zendesk responding to Second Harvest customer service. So yeah, it's another Zendesk problem, basically. So I'm just giving you guys context how Good to Go works. Too Good to Go works very well, but keep in mind, only choose restaurants that have, in my opinion, 4 stars and up. I don't choose anything that has a 3.9 or 3.8. No, if you don't have 4 stars and up, I'm not going to go to your establishment. I try to give the little dogs a chance because sometimes people make false reviews, and when I do go to a establishment, it turns out I see why you got a 3.5. This is not what's expected. So yeah, and I think Second Harvest should do is, if the business cannot maintain an average of 3.8, then they disqualify themselves from the program. But I still see some businesses that still haven't hit 3.5 still, or literally at 3.4, 3.3, and it's still on the program, which should tell Second Harvest is like, they shouldn't be on the program, even though then, mind you, they're not wasting a lot of food. They give you small portions when they claim it, this is how much it costs for these portions, which I doubt that. So, yes I am, friend. This is Brooke. Guys, are you serious right now? Can your eyes see? Yo, bro, you are the most blindest viewer. Yo, guys, read this comment. I'm gonna bust it out right now. You're not live in New York right now, buddy. Really? Okay, what the fuck is this? North End Street, Banker Street. Oh, what's that in the background? Oh, wait, let's zoom in real quick. Let's zoom in. What's that in the fucking background? Oh, the New York City New Skyline building. That one that had the flag on it. Yeah. Yo, stop smoking that shit, bro. Stop. Yo, lay off the Zaza, bro. Lay off the Zaza. Damn, your eyes are fucked up. Maybe you should stop smoking Zaza, bro. Oh, man. What's up, Edwin? Ding dong. But anyway, guys, I can't believe you can't see where I am. Look. This is how you don't pay attention to observation. Look at the fucking telephone number on this establishment. Look at the area code, bro. Look at the area code. wait. Let me point out something. Look at the area code. Look at that. 718, bitch. Brooklyn. Wait. It's look at it. No standing any time, but look at these New Yorkers parked in the spot when they're not supposed to be standing. I'm just going to pick on this guy. He just made me laugh because that was the most funniest. Mind you, to me it's funny. It's a funny comment. Like, you're not in New York. Really? Yeah, I am in New York. East South is still dark and sunny. Still, what? East South, yeah, well, yeah, of course, Karen. By the way, you're not a Karen, are you? Where I'm heading? No, I was actually doing a food hunt. I was walking to community refrigerators this morning. Let me explain. I wake up every day at 4:30 or sometimes 4:45, right? Sometimes I wake up at 5, right? Because it's an everyday hustle for me. I don't go to sleep until about 11, sometimes midnight. And sometimes I do it again and I do it again. This is why some of my supporters are asking me not to do live streams as much. Because I'm in my bad health state right now. I've had bad heart, got problems with my asthma, got problems with my knees. Oh, actually, my knee recovery starts today, everyone. That, mind you, my therapy. Even though I don't fucking need it, but you know what I'm saying? I've been exercising inside the hostel. I've been doing it in the gym. Mind you, this hostel has a game room where I can exercise. So I got the space for it, right? In the backyard, in the little smoking area, which I don't really go into anymore. But like, yeah. Or I could just go to a fucking park and just use free accessible exercise equipment in McLaren Park, because people have been making fun of me because I'm saying McLaren wrong. It's, yeah. I'm like, I don't give a shit. It's McLaren. You Americans always, you can't even pronounce proper names and other things properly. So what are you making fun of me for? But anyway, I digress. You know what? At Zambia, I was actually there in 2013 and 2008. Reason why? I have roots, ancestries there. That's why I kept telling my audience, like, I'm a Zambian. But if I was to show you guys again my DNA results, it showed you that I was 47% Zambian. I was like, okay, cool. So, yeah. And mind you, I didn't pay for that trip. My parents did. At the time, when I wasn't like, yeah, disowned. But beautiful country, I have to say, friends. This is why if I have to leave the United States, I go the fuck there. Like, see ya, bitches. Panda's going to Zambia, and they're like, where is that at? I'm like, I'm just gonna like, poor child, I'm so sorry about your education. You don't know where that is. But you go to Starbucks every fucking day and you literally drink the fucking coffee beans from Zambia. Fuck out of here. You don't know where that is. Think about this, ladies and gentlemen. Most people should know where Zambia, because the nation, mind you, should know where that is. Literally, you go to Starbucks every day, it's right in your face. They have a map of where they get their coffee beans from. Seriously. That's why I'm like, no one pays attention in the United States. No observation. Everyone's like, can I get a espresso latte with extra sour, with extra milk, with half cream, with half coconut, with a latte, with a little bit of cinnamon. What the? This is what. I like making fun of this, the American way, because it's no one pays attention to others. This is why. Why would you question me when you don't even know the answer yourself? You just want to know the answer because you know I probably do know the answer, so it can make you look good, so you can answer that same answer to someone else that probably asked you that question. Sneaky motherfuckers. Oh man, you didn't catch that? Wow, maybe you need to rewind that for the last like 20 seconds of what I just said. I got to bust you right there. But anyway, friends. So if you guys want to support this channel financially, mind you, the super chat is on, but I don't recommend it. Let me explain before you hit a super chat. Okay, and YouTube is mad about that. This is why YouTube doesn't want to, give me real reviewers. Well, some of you are real, but like some of you are lucky to catch the notification. Okay, and some of you quite are not, because you guys see after, mind you, half of my supporters like, hey man, it just now sent me a notification after you went live like 12 hours ago. Yeah, that's what YouTube does. Send notifications 12 hours later, like, oh yeah, Panda went live. So if you want to watch this live stream when he's not live anymore. It was 12 hours ago. So with that said, everyone, yeah, but with Super Chat, they take 38%. They said you're buying a service. I'm like, what service? Oh, you mean the YouTube agreement? Just say the truth, YouTube. Basically, I agree to give you, because I signed their agreement, you give you 35%, even though most YouTubers don't read the agreement, the new agreements every fucking year. And mind you, if you read the agreements this year, YouTube is doing a lot of sneaky dummy shit. Like putting ads every fucking 2 minutes and 3 minutes in your videos. That is horrendously stupid. That's not how you watch television. You don't watch television with a fucking stack of fucking ads. And most people in my audience are not going to watch ads anyway. They got ad blockers of some sort. So therefore, I'm not even getting support there. Therefore, this is why I don't make money over YouTube. Because most of you, even I got an ad blocker. Yo, YouTube, are you hearing me, motherfuckers? Even I got an ad blocker. So, yeah. And yeah, and know who tells me if YouTube is playing ads in my videos, even though it's off? Michael Collins or Bill Lewis or Sabrina or Jonathan or Jay. They tell you, Panda, they're playing ads in your videos, bro. They're playing ads in your live streams, bro. I know you got it turned off. Yeah, I do got it turned off. They turn it right on. But the thing is, like, I don't do the mid-screen. So why are they doing mid-screen ads when it's disabled? Think about it. It's disabled. Why are they still plugging it? Because YouTube wants to put, mind you, they are full control of your channel, and you basically are a puppet. I'm a puppet, you're a puppet. Yeah, you watching is a puppet. Me making these videos, oh, I'm drawn into their channel now. I'm a puppet. So, let's be fair about that. We all puppets for YouTube. YouTube's like, yeah, now you discover you're all puppets. Now you all can't get out because you're too addicted. You're too drawn to my fucking platform. You can't leave because you come back every single time. That's what YouTube is telling me and you. Because we are drug addicts to the platform, basically. They got us fixed, bro. They literally just got us hooked. This is like the ultimate fucking drug by getting us hooked. YouTube. You want that YouTube? Yeah, bro. How much you need? You got a quarter. Yeah, I got 100K fake subscribers. Yeah, we could do that. Think about that fucking, yeah. Yeah. So, I'm just being real about it, ladies and gentlemen. I don't make fucking money on YouTube. I make these videos just to share my personal opinions, my observation, my intellect, my characterization as someone that does read and write in other languages. And I'm black. So, booyah. In your face, nigga. So, I just want to just say, like, thank you to everyone that's watching, you know, and just keep it in real, New York style. If you don't like it, hey, everyone's like, yeah, Panda, you changed. Like, well, back in New York, you change where you go. I don't behave like or talk like this when I'm in Japan. No, I don't talk like this when I'm in Vancouver or in fucking Wisconsin. No, you gotta adapt to New York. You're like, oh, go back into New York roots. Let me dig in back into my soul and grab that New York soul, put it back into the slot, in the right slot, push everything back. So, ladies and gentlemen, you want to support financially? I got a Patreon. You want to join the Patreon? Down in the description below. But I got a PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. Your dollar can help me also feed other people too, which you have seen on this channel. If you watch my shorts, you'll be like, oh shit, yeah. Sometimes I buy people food. When you want me, listen, I'm looking for food for myself, but I like to share, you know? So, if you don't think sharing is caring, then get the fuck out of my channel right now. Leave. Now. You think I'm doing the wrong thing with the donation by sharing? Then leave. Because obviously, you gave me a donation, now I'm paying it forward. Isn't that your message from the very start? You gave it to me, now I'm sharing that by giving it to someone else too. So we can break that. Mind you, your donation just helped 2 people. Not just one. But some people have a problem with that. So I'm looking for recognition. I'm like, yeah, I'm setting the foundation. I want to leave something in my legacy behind because I've got no family, no friends, no one I can really fucking trust. So I gotta leave some type of legacy, some type of like truth of my meaning of why you have one life and you should make the best of it. Why are you wasting time bullshitting, trying to get these slut ass chicks out here, trying to ask you to buy them dinner, and then trying to ask you to hang out because they probably want to suck your little wee wee, like that girl in Long Island City that I experienced the other day. Jody says, wait, I was born actually St. Mary's Hospital, actually technically JFK, but I'm not gonna say JFK, but just say St. Mary's Hospital, Brooklyn. If you are old school New York and you know which St. Mary's Hospital in Brooklyn was, you be like, damn, Panda, no one's ever talked about St. Mary's unless you lived in Brooklyn. And anyone that lived in the 80s and knew St. Mary's Hospital that was in Brownsville, that was once there, you would know. They were like, damn, Panda, that's OG, like, New York. Like, that hospital doesn't exist anymore, apparently. I don't know. Apparently, they say it doesn't exist. I'm looking, yeah. But New York City still has it in the archive, because that's when I got that birth certificate and showed you guys. Yeah, well, that's a video that I showed you guys last year. Like, when I first got it, I was so happy. I was like, look at that shit, baby. Boom! New York proof of another... Mind you, we have 2 types. We have the international and we have the U.S., the New York. So, yeah. And this is where we had to shut some haters down. This is where some of the haters went away, because now we have proven who we are, and people would get saucy about that. I mean, yeah, saucy. That word saucy, ooh, I learned that from the French. Like, you mad, you butt hurt, you saucy, you saucy. Oh, you look too mad, you're saucy. Oh, right now I'm in Brooklyn. You mean what borough? I'm in Brooklyn. I'm always staying. Look, bro, I'm in literally Brooklyn. I just showed you the area code, not once, but twice. I even said where I was. Brooklyn. Look, over there is Manhattan. Over there it's fucking Queens. And somewhere in the far east is Staten Island. No, Terry. No. You don't come to Brooklyn just for the beer. You come to Brooklyn to experience people and what they have to offer as a community. Go to the food establishment. Hey man, you want me to tell you a nice Japanese place I haven't been to that I want to go to for a fucking long time? Trap Room. Google it. Trap Room. It's owned by my Japanese best friend that passed away. His friend, he owns it. And mind you, they got some good oysters there, bro. They're fresh as a motherfucker. But food-wise, you'll like that place. You don't like you okay. You want something little, you want that beer. Well, you go to the Stenzenmeyer 33 over here, right behind me. Yeah. Just take the G train to Nassau, walk down 2 blocks. There you go, get a beer, that beer place over down the street here. I don't go there. I actually never been inside there because I don't want to drink. And then if I do drink, it's on like events, man, and mind you, I'm never paying for the drinks. Someone's either bringing 6-packs or if I am buying 6-packs, I'm sharing it. But I don't like to drink people. I don't know. I got older. I don't even drink IPAs. Mind you, I used to be in love with IPAs in my 20s. I thought I was the shit. Drinking the baddest IPAs. Mind you, I found the most rarest IPA when that Beer Lion store back in the day in Manhattan was on 2nd Avenue and 5th Street. Then you might remember that back in the day in New York City. It's called the Beer Lion store. They had over 1,000 different types of beers around the world. And they had this one fucking IPA that was 22.5%, mind you, APV. I was like, just try that. And me and my Japanese friend Tech, we tried that and we went back to his place, we were shocked. We were like, dude, that was like drinking, what is that, breakfast. If you ever went to Sweden and you ever drink breakfast, that shit would knock you out. That's like the alcohol of alcohols. Oh, and it tastes gross. I can taste it now. Hell yeah, I can taste it. Dude, you don't want to drink that. I drank that. That shit is horrible. But that shit will fuck you up, bro. Dude, they know how to party up in the UK. Dude, swear. Oh my panda, these guys. You fuckfaces. I drank that and I had a headache for at least a week. Don't drink that stuff. Crazy. Yeah, Terry, 22.5. And mind you, the beer store is not there. The Lime beer store isn't there anymore. But it was a really nice, cool place. You know who used to take me? My stepfather. He was a Japanese kind of guy that liked to drink beers and go around business. And mind you, I wasn't really into the beers. I was more into the sake and the soju thing because dude, I can tell you right now, you come with me to any Japanese restaurant and you trying to cook something tonight, I'm like, I got you on the sake menu. Don't worry, I'm the specialty. I know what to get for you. Your wife is gonna love this. Right, Jay? Jay's wife, she's a teacher, right? So she's like, Panda, I want some sake. And I was like, what kind of sake? She's like, I want something strong, but I want something I can enjoy. And I was like, I got you. So I went to the market, Japanese market, looked at the certain sake, and I saw this one particular plum grape sake. And I was like, okay, I'll get that. Mind you, the taste on that, for her, she said, oh man, it's raining. She said that it was perfect. So, but yeah, this place, the Beer Lion store, back in the day here in New York City, it was a shit. Everybody went, every tourist went there. Mind you, it would literally take you at least a half hour just to get a seat inside that bitch. And now, yeah, and the rent went up, and the owner couldn't keep it. I think I still have photos of that. I gotta check my Facebook. Because Facebook is that creepy. They literally save pictures of you taking a shit one day. That's how creepy Facebook is. And you'd be like, yo, Facebook, that was like 17 years ago. How the hell did you get that? Yeah, you ever get those memories from Facebook? You'd be like, what the fuck? Yo, Facebook, I don't want to remember that shit. Well, Facebook makes you remember that shit. But anyway, let's go back to comments. I'm counting to New York's holiday in August from UK. Is sake strong? No, sake's not strong. Depends. Well, sake can be strong. Depends what flavor. Dry, super dry, light, warm, cold, unfiltered, nigiri, or specialized. There are different types of sake. It's just not one specific type. This is why some sushi masters would tell you, like, there's certain sake you should eat with sashimi that brings that sashimi a better palate to your palate. Some people just drink the standard house sake. And they're like, oh, I'm so fucked up, man. Yeah, because that shit would get you fucked up. It's a quick alternative, but also a very effective way to get you smashed and spend more money at my restaurant. Thank you for drinking and getting stupid. Thank you. I appreciate that. If I was a fucking chef owner, I'm like, yeah, drink that. Okay. Oh, you want to spend more money? Okay. Okay. I'm not. You want more sake? Oh, okay. Just be careful. But yeah, everyone, I'm just joking around, you know. Well, not joking around, but if I was a business owner, that's what business owners do. Like, they don't want to say no to their customer. Like, hey, we're free. You want to buy my whole liquor cabinet too? But like I said, everyone, no, sake's not strong. Depends on how you get it and what you get. Okay. So right now I'm outside because I'm outside because I gotta look for food, man. I'm broke, man. I gotta survive too. You know, I gotta be out here trying to get my substance on too. But lately it's been dry. Mind you, I sat yesterday in front of the community refrigerator, and I see one of the people from the hostel like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Community fridge." I was like, "Oh, they have these here too?" And I was like, "Yeah." It's like, but anyone donates to them? I was like, not really. Only means a few hands of people. I don't know. I mostly do. Because every time I go to it, I don't really see much. You know? Like last time, we didn't see much. We saw some open box. What is this? What was this? Let's see if I still have it. No. No. So all hostels in any state has this requirement because it's by law. If you don't know the law about hospitality and customer service and a hotel, basically it's a hotel establishment. Anyone that lives in New York City or within the 50 to 100 miles or 50 miles of the hostel cannot stay. You have to have an out-of-state, and you got to prove that you live outside of the hostel's basically mandatory, distance, which is 50 to 70 miles. So, in most cases, some hostels would just say you can't stay because you live in the same state, period. Some hostels are like that, like HI. You cannot stay in an HI hostel if you have a New York State ID. Regardless if you even live upstate New York, you cannot stay at the HI unless you prove that you currently live upstate New York, which says on your state ID, because mind you, if you go into the new New York State ID, they have your address. And mind you, New York City has changed their ID profile like so many times because people keep duplicating and faking it. But no, New Yorkers are not allowed to stay. Only travelers and people visiting. Mind you, you only get 14 days in the summer to stay at the hostel anyway. So, mind you, that means, let's say you came to New York and spent 3 days in New York, but you want to come back in September and you want to stay at the hostel, that means you have 12 days out of the year left. And let's say you want to come back for Christmas, right? Or let's say Thanksgiving, or even better, Halloween. And you want to stay for 2 days. Well, you drop your days. They count everyone's days to make sure that person doesn't over exceed their 14-day-a-year limit. Some hostels have 30-day requirements. So keep that in mind. And some hostels can break their own rules because they are on self-owned businesses. So they can break their own rules. But most of the time, if they're breaking their own rules, it's for foreign relationships, which they agree with a consulate or with an embassy that this person can stay here as long as they can because they're going through some visa issues. Because like I was talking about before, I had a Turkish friend when we were in Madison, Wisconsin. Mind you, his sponsor for his visa just fucked him hard. He left him stranded in the United States with nowhere to go. So I had to find him a place. So when I did, he paid that back. And how did he pay that back? One day he comes and he just donates money and food to where I was working when I was at Porchlight. And then Porchlight took that and made it seem like I was pocketing money, which I didn't pocket any money, it clearly shows a video. I was like, and he's my friend. He was giving it back because I found him a place. And they didn't understand why I did it. And then they said that, then I was doing my job outside of the services. I was like, no. He's an international student, and I used to attend UW. Therefore, my UW relationships had nothing to do with Porchlight. So, yeah, and mind you, the EEOC agreed that like my education, my establishment, and my networking with UW has nothing to do with the social services what this Porchlight is provided. He came to my job because he knew I worked there. Because his girlfriend at the time, which I still talk to, she's such a sexy Turkish diva. Yes, I like Turkish women. It's sexy, man. You hate me? You hate me because I like some Turkish beauty? You guys don't know the flavor, bro. You haven't got out of New York yet. This is why all you New Yorkers, you gotta get out more. Seriously, gotta get out more. You gotta expand your flavors, man. You guys are still stuck on chocolate and vanilla, but you never actually went beyond that. Goddamn. Do you know any good cheap hotels in New York City? I'm gonna actually delete this comment. I'm giving you a warning, Melody. Hello from Sydney, Australia. What's up, UFO busters? But do you know any good hotels? Listen, the hostel is your best. You don't want to stay at a motel, bro, because these motels got crackheads, bed bugs, and you might be sleeping in someone's juices, my man. I'm like, you be like, why is it so wet and warm here? That's someone's juices from the night before. Still keeping that bed warm. So listen, man, if you want to stay at a clean place, I got 3 hostels where you can stay at. And I recommend all 3. I've been there, I stayed there, I stay from time to time. So, 1, I want you to write this down, everybody. Get a pen and paper or use your goddamn cell phone. That way you have notes on your phone. You know that little app that says notes? You should use it sometime. So get that out. Get a piece of paper. Let me know when you guys are ready. I'm taking you to class. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Brooklyn motherfucking real session of Panda educating you about hostels. Write that down. That's the title. That's a long ass title. I know. Make it funny. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, where's everyone? It's early in the morning here, bro. It's literally like 6 o'clock. Dude, I wake up at 5 o'clock, 4:30, 4:45 in the morning, every morning. Let's go to hustle. Let's go to everyday 9 to 5. Or you go out there and you go get some. You know? You heard of that slogan? Well, most people like me have to. And mind you, even if we had a house, we still wake up and get up at 5 o'clock. You know why? Because being inside a fucking apartment is so boring. Especially when you don't have no cable, which you don't want to spend money on cable in New York City. Because that shit, it can become expensive. Oh, my panda. Oh, this is why no one has house phones anymore in New York City. Basically, everyone has cell phones now. What's the point of a house phone? But I digress. But back to what I'm saying. Okay, everyone got a piece of paper and pen? Good. Okay. 1. The New York local, mind you, New York local hostel. That's located in Long Island City, Queens. Now, prices vary based on season, holidays, and venues that are currently happening in New York City. So, ownership will charge you from a minimum of $55 to about $80 to $90 a night. Depends on the size of the room. If you want a 3 dormitory, it could be a little bit cheaper. If you want private, that's basically hotel prices. You're paying full hotel prices at that point. So keep that in mind. It's a very good hostel. Just keep in mind, it does not have handicap accessibility. No elevator. But it does have easy access to get in and out of the hostel. It also has an indoor bar and a coffee shop. And also they have art galleries and they have live TV events there. They have a library. They have a minimum kitchen size. It's not a full kitchen. But they do have electric hot pots where you can cook basic stuff like boil water or cook an egg or you can't. You probably could cook a food meal there, but I doubt it. I tried and it's unsuccessful. So, second place is the New York Mall International Hostel. That is located in Bushwick, Brooklyn, ladies and gentlemen. And that is my high recommendation because not only it has handicap accessibility, it has an elevator and a handicap ramp. Yes, and handicap accessibility, if you are disabled in any fashion, it's priority. Meaning that if you can prove that you're a veteran or you're a priority, yes, you can actually get priority service, man. Yeah, mind you, it can range from $44 to $80 a night. And you get free coffee, tea, there's a full kitchen. There may be some free food there from other guests that leaves food from their previous purchases. So other guests, they will let other people know. And you will be drinking with other guests or talking to other guests because this hostel is very networking. What I mean by networking is that everyone there is either doing networking, traveling, business, or some sort of visiting, but also want to get to know people as they travel. This is what hostels are designed for. They're not designed as for like hotel bullshit. They're designed there so you can talk and maybe exchange languages, information, contacts, Instagram, social medias, and mind you, also, you're there also to travel and maybe hang out with them if they need to go somewhere. Maybe you're going to the same place and you want to go together. That is an option. People do group up in the hostels. There are bulletins in the hostel. But back to the amenities in the hostel. You have a full kitchen with full 2 state-of-the-art fucking Samsung A5 refrigerators with ice and water too. Yes, that motherfucker has ice and water. I have not seen that since Portland. My man, my folks, mind you, I'm a hostel traveler, and I stayed at a lot of hostels, and I have not seen this type of refrigerator since Northwest Portland Hostel. The owner of this hostel upgraded everything. The shower heads, mind you, some of you may get the new model showers because sometime he has shut down some rooms to remodel some rooms. He did mind you, I did the photos for the website. So yeah, those photos that you are visiting that hostel, yeah, those are my photos I took in the hallways and the rooms. Yeah, I used the IRIX 11 and 15 for these shots, real estate photography, mind you. So yeah, and yes, he paid me for service, but he also gave me a discount for when I was staying. So I took that as acceptance of payment, and plus he's a good guy. So ladies and gentlemen, he gives people fair chances. He's not someone that does discriminate against people either. Mind you, he's a man that listens to people. He wants to hear your story. He wants to hear your plea. Because if you can't afford his prices, he'll try to bump it down a little bit. That's how he is. But keep in mind, it's always best not to do that, because if you book it online in advance, do Hostel. Mind you, use the app Hostel. Download the app called Hostel and book through Hostel. Or, so you can book in advance so you can have a digital archive of your booking. Or you can book directly. Mind you, you may get a direct discount directly, which you do if you book directly on their website. So keep that in mind. But next hostel in New York City. I'm going to regret saying this, but I'm going to say it. The Q4. It's in Long Island City. It's my last recommendation. Why is my last recommendation? It's because it's alright for the space, but keep this in mind, you will have to pay a security deposit. Yes! This is the first hostel I ever heard pay the fucking security deposit. Yes, and this is what draws most American travelers and some European travelers away from this hostel. Some just afford to pay it, and they still care because they know they get it back. But I don't trust a hostel when it comes down to a deposit. Because the last time this happened was in, what is that? 2002. And we were in the Philippines. And we were at this house, and mind you, it was cheap. And they wanted a deposit. And they, mind you, the reason why, mind you, this might hurt your, this might, you know, gas your air for a second, but this was a race problem. The reason why they want a deposit because they saw me, black person. It's like, we want the black because we don't know if the black guy is going to steal. They told, mind you, yeah, I know, you guys are going to say, oh, I hate this story already. Yeah, they told my fucking parents that, mind you, they thought they was, mind you, these folks didn't, these people at this hostel didn't know that these folks were my parents. They thought I was like a rescue program or some shit, and it's like, you don't want the black child to steal any property, so they might ask for a deposit. And that's when, whoa, that's the first time I ever see Yoka-san went ape shit on some other bitch. Oh man, Panda, yeah, guys, it was a, yeah, because I was black in the Philippines, they wanted a deposit. I was like, what? At the hostel, yeah. Because I might still what? Yeah, it was a very nice hostel, but we never went back there ever again. I don't actually think they still exist. But I digress. But Q3 is my last recommendation. Take it with a grain of salt, everybody. You know, it does have a deposit, and honestly, I stayed there for like 2 days and did not enjoy my stay. It just felt a little bit claustrophobic. It didn't feel like it had space. I just felt like it didn't have the necessary privacy that I was hoping it had, because even the New York local in Long Island City has that kind of space, because, mind you, you got a separate bathroom for your shitter. Then you got a separate quarters for the shower, so you don't shit and shower at the same place. See, that's what I like about that. That's what I like about the New York local in Queens over the Q4. And mind you, the NY local has the skyline on the rooftop, so you can see the Queensboro Bridge at night, or you could go up there and drink and, you know, just view and hang out up there, get the view for skyline of Long Island City. It's very nice. So that's why I recommend that before Q4, or I mean, yeah, Q3, whatever they call it, Q4. Listen, it's up to you if you want to pay the deposit. I just don't think you should not pay a deposit for a hostel. But most rich Europeans stay there anyway. So, yeah. Yeah. There's no, like, yeah. So, with that said, everyone, it's quite expensive to stay there, too. So, keep that in mind. That's why it's number 3. But if I had to back up, it would be the HI Hostel in Manhattan. That's on Amsterdam Avenue. So you may want to go check that out. So you have to take the train, okay, to 103rd, and you got to walk to 108. Well, technically, actually, is it 10? No, you got to take the train to 103rd and then walk up a few blocks to 105th in Amsterdam. Yeah, it's the old school. It's the old school that turned into a hostel. So. This guy's trying to figure out if someone left it. Dude, this is why people don't use their brain. He keeps looking at my bag. But with that said, everyone. But ladies and gentlemen, that's my recommendation. Now, if you want to support that, you know, that recommendation as a consultant, you know, there's a PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. You know, my services are required. You know, they value a lot. You know, I won't deceive you with this information. And some of you might say, yeah, Q4 the deposit, nah. And yeah, and here's another thing about you got to understand. They do take copies. All houses take copies of your IDs for security purposes. So keep this in mind. If you are staying at these houses, they have a legal and obligation right, as federal law states, they must take a picture of your identification or passport. Just in case you commit a crime, or you commit some type of, yeah, and you would be banned. And this is another reason why we take identification, they take identification. Because if you do something at one hostel, they share that with other hostels. Therefore, you are blacklisted. So, if I were you, be on your best behavior at hostels, because you can be blacklisted. And mind you, the ownership doesn't even have to tell you you're blacklisted. He can say, I need you to check out because we've been getting a lot of complaints. And he doesn't even have to tell you he blacklists you. But when you go to another hostel and they say, hey, I just got an update from an affiliate hostel that you've been blacklisted from this hostel, so we're gonna also blacklist you too. See? So be on your fucking best behavior. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's enough said about hostels and, you know, in the way of life. See, he keeps looking. Keep looking. Go ahead. Trust my bag. I'm about to knock your teeth out, friend. Because I want to. Because, yo, you got to understand. Some homeless people, they will fucking literally grab your shit. They don't care if you're there. Because you know why? They're desperate sometimes. And in New York City, this is New York City. Look what happened the other day. Look at this. Look what happened yesterday morning. The cafe just got robbed early this morning. Isn't that fucked up? That is so messed up. Early this morning, you're gonna rob the cafe. This is New York, everybody, for you. Dude, it wasn't even fucking 7 o'clock. It wasn't even 7 a.m. and the cafe just opened and it just got... Mind you, if you watched my live stream yesterday, we were walking through that area. The police that wanted to pass me by, I dropped it right in front of them. They were going to that same location. So, yeah. You know what? Government sucks entirely. How about that? Both parties suck, bro. Come on, man. Both parties should just agree. We all suck at our jobs. We're not doing things for the people. We're only doing things for ourselves. Because that's what they're all doing. They want to be celebrities, bro. Every last one of these politicians wants to be a fucking celebrity. They don't even have the natural to be a celebrity. Donald Trump, he's a celebrity. You know why he's a celebrity? He's a full-on natural. He's a businessman. He belongs on TV. But the rest of these fucking baboons, no. Nancy Pelosi, stay off the TV and return that goddamn $12,000 couch you bought during COVID. Did you hear about that shit? She bought a $12,000 fucking couch during COVID. What do you need a $12,000 couch in your office for? Who's gonna sit on that shit? Seriously. Come on, man. Like I was saying, everybody, this whole country, both parties making us sick. I don't care. I'm not taking sides. I never do. I just vote for what I think is best. Mind you, I tell you who I voted for to the primaries, Como. I was like, I'm not voting for this Zani motherfucker. This nigga's a socialist psychopath. This dude wants to defund the police. Like, who's going to police us when people break into establishment? Who's going to call the police when someone breaks into my favorite restaurant that I want to eat and now they got to close because someone robbed the place because you want to defund the fucking police? Who's gonna fucking save us when someone stabs someone else or sets someone else on a fire on the subway? Fucking this guy is an idiot. Mind you, there's been homeless people and people been set on fire last year in the subway. Come on, man. He wants to defund the police? He's a joke. No. Yo, 50 Cent said he'll pay the motherfucking man $250,000 if he just leaves New York. 50 Cent said, I pay you $250,000, just go the fuck away. And the man just like, no. Come on, bro. He wants to turn this city upside down. He's on this is why you want to know why as a native I'm fucking mad. These are not real New Yorkers, bro. They weren't here during the fucking 70s, the 80s, and the fucking 90s. Or even the early 2000s. Most of these people came here after 9/11. After 9/11. Everyone came after 9/11. And that's a fucking fact. New York City has always been that tourist city. But when it started growing, it grew after 9/11. So John and John, I'm talking to these fake ass New Yorkers. I voted for the one dumbass. Like I said, man, people don't know what they voted for for New Yorkers. You know, I've been born, like I said, I was raised elsewhere in multiple cities, but Brooklyn, Harlem. No. Anyone tell you, Penance, to come to New York and hang out in Harlem? Hang on Forest Hills, Jamaica, Brooklyn. See? You security? You scoping my shit out? Yeah, man. I got an idea that's gonna make you embarrass yourself, right? And they got the city of New York on it. This dude was checking my shit out. He coming up and put on a security jacket. I'm saying that out loud because I'm not afraid. Because this nigga was checking my shit out. Come on. I keep shit funky real, bro. Brooklyn. Harlem, Brooklyn, we don't hold back. Queens, they like, I saw that shit too, but I'm gonna stay quiet. The Bronx niggas like, that's that nigga. Or they just pop you, pop. You won't come out the Bronx alive. No witnesses. Yo, the Bronx is its own motherfucking country up there, man. Like, but, yo, it's the realest. Oh my goodness. Oh, you was born in Fordham Hospital? Damn, bro. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. After 9/11, everyone started coming to New York. New York City is racist as hell. Dude, the word is racist as hell. What are you talking about? Before there was New York, actually, before New York, it was New Orange. Before New Orange, it was New Amsterdam. Back to New York, back to New Orange, back to Amsterdam. Remember that. This is New York City's history. New York City was never named New York. As I mentioned, it was named New Orange, New Amsterdam, back, and mind you, there was wars between. So, let me ask you a question. If New York is racist, what was before New York? Rome. Rome was the racist motherfucker in Rome. And before Rome, who was? Exactly. So for you to say New York is so racist, no, the world is racist. The world has been racist since time. Facts. Next. You're right, Remedy. There's no place you can go other than a public bathroom in the park. But here's the thing about public bathrooms in the park. Sometimes they're nasty as fuck. Park staff, they don't clean them properly. You be like, oh, there's the dookie stains on the toilet seat. Oh, you gotta squat now. You gotta do one. Squats like, You're like, don't touch your booty on the seat. Like, oh. Oh, my panda. It's so disgusting. Yes, there is a place we can go. It's called the public libraries. All public libraries have free public bathrooms. Yes, all libraries in New York City you can go to. You don't go to Starbucks because that's not a public bathroom. It's a business. It's a business. So don't sit here and say, can I get the code to the bathroom? That means it's a business. You're asking a fucking code to a bathroom. Think about that logic. Okay? 2, there's another free place. If you are in Manhattan, if you're in the if you're on 23rd Street and 5th Avenue in the Iron District, or if you're next to the Sony, or if you're near that Michelin star vegan place that I really want to fucking try. Yeah, there's a Michelin fucking star vegan in the old Sony building, by the way. Yeah, right there's a 25-cent accessible bathroom that gives you 15 minutes of your private bathroom time. Keep in mind. And when you don't leave in 15 minutes, mind you, it does wash the bathroom down inside, so you don't want to stay in there because you will get fucking wet. So, but there's another place you can go. Union Square has public bathroom. Like I said, it's a public park, but you can take the shit there. Thompson Park, and mind you, and Lower East Side now has a new bathroom in the park. It's all brand new now. So go down there, check it out. No more homeless shit down there. Yep, it's police officers standing right in front of it all the time now. So, yeah, there's a bathroom there. World Trade Center has public bathrooms, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, they do. It's not the Apple Store, or it's not the businesses. There is public bathrooms inside the World Trade Center, right before the PATH train. It literally points you direction. Look at the directions. It says bathroom. So look and read. So yeah, there's 3 places where you can use the bathroom. But people want to go to Starbucks. Like, it's going to Starbucks. It's not pay for anything. I got to go pee. Yeah, you put that on yourself when you got to go last minute, knowing that you had to go pee an hour ago. You put that on yourself. Don't blame anybody else. Actually, Williamsburg is right around the corner, man. I'm down the block. I'm literally right on Berry Street. Once I hit Berry Street, I'm in Williamsburg. Berry Street is right there. So, John, I'm right here. I'm in Greenpoint. Look, I'm in the border right here. This is the border. Greenpoint, Williamsburg. Man, you should have sent that $2 to my Cash App, bro, because I could have got me some freaking tea. Thank you for the Jonathan Young's $2 super chat, even though YouTube's taking 38% of that. They're like, yeah, Panda, keep giving us the super chats. Yeah. Yeah, let's just keep taking your 38%. Oh, yeah, you can't get no tea today, motherfucker. You gotta pay us first. Yeah. So, yo, go mug a hooker. Wow, man. I don't even want to touch a hooker. Did I just... Guys, oh, he wasn't here earlier when I talked about the young lady, the young black lady that tried to ask me to buy her dinner, then tried to ask if I wanted to hang out later on. Dude, did I look like a... Did I look like a fucking hooker type that want to bang a hooker? Ew. You want me to catch something? Man, did I just talk about health? Didn't I just talk about health? This dude wants to catch an STD. Like, god damn. You're no friend. What friend tells a friend, go catch an STD? Hey man, hey yo, go get an STD. You should just set that instead of hooker. Just say that. Yo, Surreal. Yo, go mug a STD. I'm fucking with your comment, bro. This is what I do a lot. I like picking, joking on comments. So don't take it personally, right? Because I'm not trying to twist it, but I like to add my little narrative to it, a little joke, a little humor, you know. So, what do you think about Washington Heights? Washington Heights is becoming the Bronx. It's getting a little crazy up there right now. I don't know, put gunshots. You saw the new kid shooting up there? What the fuck? Dude was 8. He bucking off. Pow, pow, pow. You guys been watching the news? The 8-year-old going, pow, pow, pow. Fuck. Yo, he's shooting up. He gang banging out there. Yo, I like Washington Heights, I'll be honest with you. It's a cool place. A lot of Puerto Ricans, a lot of Dominicans, you know, I got a respect for my Dominican and my Puerto Ricans, you know what I'm saying? My Salvadorians, my Ecuadorians, you know what I'm saying? I ain't forget you, bros. I ain't forget about my Latino community. Yeah, I hang out a lot with the Latino community, you know, because, you know, the Japanese community just don't want to hang out with me anymore here in New York City. They think I'm dry. They're like, they think I show them, yeah, I don't know. It's like, okay, I can just move on, you know. I ain't expending my education anyway. So, yo, Mr. Young, you can't. Who's the illegal migrant? Mind you want to speak of illegal migrant? You know who's the illegal migrant? Us. Think about it. Well, I didn't kill the Indians, but these white dudes did. Okay? We were just there spectating as black slaves, like, yeah. I feel sorry about the Native Americans, man. These dudes were pretty cool. They were smoking that Chiba shit. I don't know. Imagine I was in my slave days watching this massacre of this country. Watching Native Americans get slaughtered for land. And I'm sitting in a black slave, like, I'm sitting there, I know what they do. I know the Indians are smoking on that Chiba. They feeling nice. They got the beautiful women. They got the scenery. They peace with nature. You got the Buffalo Bull. You got the Buffalo Bill. What is that? Bill Buffalo or the American Bill Buffalo chilling right beside them like, what's up? That's a big ass. Yo, you don't want to. Listen, you don't want to make that thing get angry or crush you. It would crush you in a heartbeat. But, I digress. But, I'm just a slave back there, right? I'm seeing these guys smoking on that shit, and these white people come like, oh, here comes my master. He's probably going to slave you. Oh, no, he's going to massacre you. Oh! Imagine that. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not trying to make trying to make humor out of this, but the point is, like, none of us are fucking natives to this country. None of us are really natives. Think about it. Were our ancestors from here? No. We all got on boats and was like, let's go to this land Christopher Columbus was talking about. But he wasn't the first motherfucker that actually discovered America. But no one wants to talk about this man. But you know what? I digress. I just refuse to talk about Christopher Columbus. He didn't discover shit. But he got a monument downtown and shit. If that's the case, give me one. But you know what? And you guys know my history is actually accurate. He's not the first person to discover America. But you know why? His name sounds just perfect for the fucking amusement. Christopher Columbus. Think about that. Oh, his name sounds better. Someone back then probably made that fucking dumbass decision. Yeah, his name sounds better there. Yeah, let's just use him. So, with that said, anyway, you can leave. Sayonara, suck a dick, red. I'm an 8th generation American. But Native Americans been here for hundreds of generations. So, you just put your foot up your own ass when you said that. I'm just giving you context, bro. You put your own foot up your own butt. You say 8th generation, but a Native American like, but we've been here for hundreds of generations. See? Now who? I'm sorry. I'm fast. I catch on quick. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Listen, how would you know that? How would you know that? You know what I think? This is what if Native American, if the white man didn't destroy, I'm sorry to say the white man, because mind you, I didn't. Did you Negroes take any part of this? No. Did you Latinos did? No. Well, maybe you guys did. Maybe in Southern California before it was named California. It's actually New Mexico before it was California. But you know what? I'm not even going to talk about that story because that's a fucked up war too. That's a very confusing and very fucked up war. But you know what? I'm going to digress. I'm not teaching history right now because YouTube is not flipping my bills. But then again, the category for this videos aren't educational, so I should. But listen, I feel bad for Native Americans. You know what? Imagine the Native Americans weren't killed off. Imagine we just share resources. I'm pretty sure I would have been, mind you, I don't mind, diversing myself with Native American. I'm saying, I had a beautiful Native American wife. Oh, my panda. My children will look like, oh, my panda. My children probably look like angels. I don't know. I'm just saying, man. We could have done something better than kill other people for some stupid ass land. I know. It's in our culture to protect. It's on the nature to protect things. But, we could have done something better than, genocide. I'm just saying. Because it wouldn't be so bad to have Native Americans around. Get a good, real cultural in depth. And mind you, I wouldn't mind dating a Native American, but I don't want to go to Alaska. And if I'm looking for, there's Native Americans in Alaska. So, yeah. But, in Montana, Iowa, Nevada, Hayden, I don't know. But like I said, everyone, they are fierce warriors. Oh, see, Jonathan, you always got to take the white side. You can't even, you knew that the Indians will wipe you guys out in a heartbeat. You knew you were afraid. That's why you only attacked at night. You guys were strategists, but they were strategists as well. See, they weren't afraid to attack you during the day because mind you, you may be better, but they had the biggest balls because they attacked you during the day while you attack always at night. See, you want to set fires to the huts, okay? And you're like, okay, I'm actually me, Native American. I'm like, oh, you want to fucking my hut while I'm fucking my bitch? Okay, I'm gonna come to your shit during the day while you eating your lunch. I want to fuck up your lunch. Watch this. But Jonathan, be real, man. You can't sit here and say you wouldn't mind having a conversation with a Native American and apologize for your ancestry's stupidity. You wouldn't say that to a Native American, a beautiful Native American person, because that Native American person know you didn't do it. It was your ancestors before. You're a totally different person. You're a new person. You can make your own choices now. They know that. But you wouldn't hug a Native American and apologize? Or you 168? Dude, that doesn't count. Why do you people always use the 116? I'm 116. Yo, listen, you either half or 1/4. And that's it. It doesn't go 1/8, 1/12, 1/16, 1/32, 1/64. Yeah, I'm using fucking light. I'm using light shutter speed calculations from a strobe. He said 116. You know, a medical researcher would be like, what the fuck is a 116? It's either a percentage or what? No, I'm just messing with you, man. But